Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet. Today, I'm, of course, one of your two hosts himself, Mr. Odin's greatest creation, the gift to this generation, Mr. Perfection himself, Lakota Carter. And I'm joined once again by a different than last night's review looking my guy in the chair, the Ned to my Spider Man, the Peacemaker to my Vigilante, the Frank Castle to my Matt Murdock, Mr. Magic Fingers himself. And man, I am thrilled. How about you, Magic Fingers? How you feeling, man?
Night two was much better.
Oh my God.
Much better.
It was leagues above.
Not a single bad match
No,
on the card.
no, at all.
Like no bathroom break matches.
No,
Nothing.
no. It was um one of the most redeeming things I think I've seen
That's
in
what Mania is supposed to be.
yeah,
Night two is how the entire thing
should have
should
been.
be.
Yeah. I mean that's just to me tonight was incredible. It was that's the only word to describe it.
And
Um,
see, I love the fact that night one, if you look at all the advertisements and everything they had for it,
mm-hmm,
with that apocalyptic look,
mm-hmm.
and it matched how night one actually was.
Yeah,
Night one was dog shit.
yeah, it
And
was
I love how they
dog shit.
literally transitioned from that background to the blue and the futuristic background
Mm-hmm.
for night two to say, hey, we washed our hands of night one. Let's get into night two. And boy, did they ever.
Yeah, I mean it was the night started off with the Brock and Oba match, um, which is arguably the biggest headline coming out of this show other than the main event, which we'll get into. Um, this match was awesome. It lived up to every bit of the expectation that we had for it. It wasn't a particularly long match, but I think both of us knew that probably wasn't going to go very long. I mean, but Oba Femi ends up slaying the beast in what looks to be, ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar's final match. Because at the end of this match, Brock Lesnar, and I've never seen the man cry, I didn't think he was capable of it, sets up in the middle of the ring and I'm not talking about like little crocodile tears. I'm talking about boo-hooing like his dad just passed away. He takes off his gloves, takes off his boots, and leaves him in the middle of the ring and walks up the ramp with Paul Heyman, and he waves goodbye to us. First of all, what a moment. Um, I mean, this dude is the most decorated combat sports athlete in the history of history. Um, and I teared up. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up. Because I can remember the night that Brock came back in 2012 and put John Cena on his ass. I've always been a big Brock mark. Even when he was going through those allegations, I was saying, you know what, I hope we see Brock again. I don't like when he has a title because he never shows up. That's the only thing I will say about poor Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
But tonight he gave one of the best performances I think he's ever given because he not only made a star because Obafemi was already a star, but ladies and gentlemen, I would not be surprised if he is the world champion within the next couple months. To be honest with you, the dude they put a rocket ship on him and they shot him to the fucking moon. Um, yeah, I'm sad about it because I wanted Brock to go out. I mean, Brock definitely went out on Brock's terms. Um, but I wanted him to have that one last goodbye to his hometown, home state. Um, freaking state champion everywhere he went in high school and college wrestling. The only man to show up to Japan and become an IWGP heavyweight champion and then go to the UFC and become the heavyweight champion of the world and then come back to WWE and become one of the greatest characters, the baddest man on the planet. I mean, it's sad to see, but what is your take from Brock's retirement? How do you feel about it?
When I saw Paul Heyman, that's when I knew it was real.
Yeah,
You got Paul Heyman with some massive walrus tears
yeah,
I'm like I said in Discord, man, I'm looking forward to season 3 of Unreal
Yeah, it's
so
gonna
that
be
we can
insane.
find out if this was one of those moments where only Triple H and Brock and one other person knew about it, so
Yeah.
that the true raw emotion could show live. But that because that's what it feels like. That's truly what it feels like. And to see Paul Heyman just the man could not speak, he could barely walk because of how emotional he was.
Yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. Um, that to me, that's what made me think maybe only a couple people knew.
Yeah.
And I think
Which
that's there's nothing
if
wrong
you're
with
gonna
that.
do something, yeah, if you're gonna do something like that, then we need to see the raw emotion.
Yeah. Um,
And it was either Michael Cole or Wade Barrett said the perfect thing. If you thought that man was only in it for the money, that last little bit when he took his gloves off and the emotion started flowing, everybody was proven wrong at that point.
yeah. And that's what if somebody ever says, oh, Brock Lesnar was just there for a paycheck, number one, no, he wasn't. I was one of those people. And Brock, I apologize. Um, you could tell that he cared about this business, maybe more than he's ever cared about anything other than his family in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that to me, like, it makes me sad because, guys, we lost Cena, AJ, and Brock all in a few months.
And Rey
And
Mysterio is scheduled to be soon.
and Rey Mysterio could be going out the door soon. And as of right now, the only active member of the class of 2002 OVW that is still active is Randy Orton. You talk about when Randy goes, man, that's a generation of talent gone.
Yep.
A whole era of talent gone. Arguably, the whole ruthless aggression era gone. Um, and it was beautiful, because we all think of Brock Lesnar as this inhuman, incapable of crying or showing emotion. He was Brock Lesnar, the human being tonight, and it was
Yep.
wonderful to see. But moving on to the next match, which I
That
knew,
beautiful ladder match.
oh
Oh
my
man.
gosh, I knew this match was going to be awesome and fun. Holy shit.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, the winner of that match could have, should have been any of them.
Yeah, it
They
didn't matter.
all did a fantastic job. Uh, and oh my gosh, the carnage that comes from ladder matches.
Yeah,
Superb job, fellas. Superb.
yeah, it was perfect. Every down to every detail. We did say earlier in our review that we thought Leon Slater, we had read reports that he would be added. He was not. Which going into it, I was like, man, that'd be really cool, but it made no sense. Like, where would he, how would he get in there? It would have been awesome to see, but Pin, sorry, Penta ends up retaining the IC championship, and I'm happy about it. I would have been happy with anybody in this match. One talking what that I want to talk about. Rey Mysterio's gear was Deadpool, and it was fucking awesome.
I loved how all the luchadors wore red tonight.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Um, the Another big standout from this match, JD McDonough, man, was really the
Yep.
MVP of this match. JD McDonough and Javon Evans. Um, Freaking Penta had a freaking Shao Kahn entrance. He was dressed up as Shao Kahn for Mortal Kombat, and it was awesome.
Now, I will
Um,
say I wasn't thrilled that only three of the guys out of the six got to have a WrestleMania style entrance. I'm a little upset about that, but overall, that match was absolutely amazing.
yeah, sorry, I was reading the professor's messages in the group chat.
Yeah,
Um, it blew my mind, man. This ladder match was everything it should have been. It was a showcase to everybody. JD McDonough might be dead. I'm not too sure. He took a Canadian destroyer.
he was moving around at the end, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, this was um, it's crazy. Um, you know, it was wonderful. It was action packed from the moment the bell rang.
Yep.
Um, it was crazy. Penta, of course, ends up retaining. I'm interested to see who he loses his belt to, because they might want to rename it the cruiserweight belt because it's what it's been for a past couple months. And I'm fine with that. That's not a negative. Hell yeah, we need that. Um, Another MVP of this match, Javon Evans. Holy crap. Um, Dude came out dressed
Dude,
up like a new, yeah.
his
Dude,
cutter at the end.
oh my
Oh,
God, that OG cutter. He was in the corner on the rope, and was it
Rusev
Rusev? Yeah,
on the ladder.
was climbing the ladder, and Javon jumps off and gets him in midair. Um, One of the damnedest things I've ever seen. Wonderful, wonderful match. Um, really good. Set the tone for the night, and that was on the free television part of the night. And then we went into the regular programming, and it was kicked off with, I believe, um, who did it kick off? Can't remember now. Um,
Trick.
yeah, Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. I thought this match was good. It was probably in terms of match quality the weakest of the night, but there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, it was so fantastic.
Yeah, it was still fantastic. Little Yachty doing his thing was wonderful. Uh, Sami Zayn being a heel, kind of like he is a heel. People don't like him now. Um, I'm all here for it, and I'm ready for it. Um, Congratulations to Trick Williams, who came out victorious. Your boy was right about that on his predictions. Um, Very proud of that. Um, Man, what a star he is. He just oozes star. He oozes aura, and I'm proud of him and happy for him. But how do you feel about Trick getting the U.S. title,
I'm
man?
just curious if Trick is going to be the type of champ that still continues the U.S. challenge every week on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I don't know if you will. I think it'll go back to what it was before, and it might be the Intercontinental title that ends up being the weekly challenge deal.
yeah, it could be very well the case. I'm okay with that. And Drew, I want to talk about the most shocking match of the night, honestly, for me. And it was oh wait, no, I gotta go in order here. So after that was the return of the demon. And man, even this match was fantastic. It was
Yeah.
carnage, it was crazy. Um Dominic Mysterio, bub. I don't know who you need to talk to, but we gotta talk. I appreciate the creativity and it was awesome. But your throne that you came out on looked like it was made out of cardboard. We gotta start, coming up with better ideas, WWE.
Yep.
Hell, make him have a fucking Shao Kahn throne for Christ's sake. We're a multi-billion-dollar company and we send him out there on a piece of fucking cardboard. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
It made me angry. Really good entrance though. Uh
Yeah.
the demon um really was the demon again. Kind of this unstoppable force. The entrance was incredible. He ends up picking the win over up on Dom with a coup de grace through the table, which looked painful.
Yeah.
It looked like it hurt. But that was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. Now, moving to the most shocking and most surprising match to me that wasn't a shit show and wasn't a shit fest. And I have to give all the credit here to Jade Cargill. This was the best match of her career. It was awesome. She actually
Yep.
wrestled and she didn't fuck anything up. And it was really well done. Um, of course, you had the interference from B-Fab and Michin, but the day was saved by Io. Io came out and helped Rio beat Jade Cargill, so she is the new women's champion, WWE Women's Champion. Really good stuff. How do you feel about Cargill, man? And are you impressed?
I like the fact that they made her strong, but yet it was her actually being the wrestler that she was talked about being.
Yes.
Um, if she had defended titles like that, obviously winning them to continue that, but if she was facing challengers and having matches like that, I would
Yeah.
have actually put her at the top of the list, favorite female wrestler. But when that was your second defense in 200 some days, it
Yeah.
was time for it to go on someone else.
Yeah, it was terrible.
You did
Um,
a she did a phenomenal job in that match.
Yeah, really good. Really impressed. Definitely the most shocking match of the night because if you listened to our recap of night one and our predictions earlier today, we said that this would be the Pittsburgh match. We didn't get up at all. I didn't want to get up. It was awesome. It was
Hmm.
fantastic. Um, really good stuff from Cargill, and I'm really impressed by it. Um, but man, all right, let's talk about this main event.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. What? What? Oh, yeah, yeah.
You
Wait, wait, wait.
forgot the Danhausen
Oh
moment.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I had tears in my eyes because of how much I was laughing.
Did I not tell you when he debuted? Just give him time, and he will become one of your favorite people on the planet.
Dude,
I told
that
you that.
was epic. And to have Cena legit breaking, not really breaking character because he wasn't really up for wrestling, but he he was legit laughing. There was no the fake laugh or whatever. That was a legit. He was enjoying himself and he laughed hard.
Yeah. So Dan Danhausen came out there with little people. Is what I'll call them on here, even though my call called them something different. Um, and dude, it was fantastic. Um,
And
Danhausen is
I loved his little vehicle he had too.
oh my god, the Danhausen mobile. Yes.
He was driving that thing down the ramp, and the guys behind him were trying so hard to keep up with it. I'm surprised no one fell.
Yeah, and it was hilarious to see because you see Danhausen and he's just cruising, and then you see them they're still dancing while running down the aisle to get to Danhausen. Um, then the Miz, it was the Miz and Kit Wilson who was involved in this. Great from both guys, really good stuff. Um, the Miz gets punched in the balls by a no, uh, Kit
Get Wilson.
gets punched in the balls by a little person. And then Danhausen hits the Miz in the balls and hits a Danhausen, you can't see me, you are cursed. And it was fantastic. It was wonderful. And I told Drew, Drew's not very familiar with Danhausen. He knows who Danhausen was, but he wasn't really familiar with him. I told you when he debuted a few months ago, I said, give him time. And if they do him right, he will become one of your favorite people. And man, they are doing him
Yeah.
perfectly. He is wonderful. He is a comedy character, yes, but at the end of the day, he's a serious wrestler too. If you watch his match on
Hmm.
SmackDown against Kit Wilson, it was wonderful. Um, really good stuff. Danhausen had the mania moment of the weekend for me. That was wonderful. Um, now let's get to this main event because I want to hear it come out of your mouth. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you say it. Go ahead.
I have to. I'm a man of my word. I said in the original in the earlier predictions that if Roman Reigns won the match by himself with no help, then I take back what I said. That
Man,
he can't do it without his help. But
man.
tonight he proved wrong.
He proved everybody wrong. Of course, I said also in that prediction show that I believe he's up there with Hulk Hogan for the most mania main events, but Roman Reigns holds that record with 11.
Yep.
He is this generation's Mr. WrestleMania, and I won't regret saying that. The most decorated person, the most um, for him to be at such a low level in his career where he got dog food dumped on him to being the top guy that everybody cares about and pays attention to is awesome. Um, what a match! Number one, I about freaked out. Your children were in the room, so I couldn't use expletives with Punk's entrance, but I called it on here. I said, "Man, wouldn't it be cool if he showed up with his Ring of Honor entrance?" And he did, and it was awesome. And I almost cried, and I wanted to use profanity, but there were little ears in the room, and I couldn't. I lost my mind as soon as it opened, and I heard that beat. I knew it was Misery of Kantaro, and I was like, let's go. And then it transitioned to Punk's gear. Number one, this jacket he came out with, man, was just such a beautiful tribute to everybody that we've lost that worked for WWE and um, Larry, of course, the dog, the legendary dog himself. And then on the back of his jacket was a crown representing Harley Race. Yes, I almost just took a drink of this water with the lid on. That's wonderful. Um, what a match, man! What a Mania main event. This
It was
felt,
really good.
yeah, what a Mania main event. This had WrestleMania caliber made on it, main
Hmm.
event worthy. And I told everybody. this match is going to steal the show, and it did. Honestly, you're probably not going to agree with this. This was my favorite match of the weekend. Um, Gunther and Rollins is my second favorite. They did a great job, but to take two guys who 10 years ago we never thought we would see standing across from each other, to Roman proving you and all the haters wrong that he is the greatest um, Samoan in history of Samoans ever. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. Um, Roman Reigns ends up getting the win here, man, and it was a great match. They beat the piss out of each other.
They
Um,
did.
yeah. So this has me really excited for Monday. And you said that this night would determine if you strictly become a WWE hater and not watch them anymore. Have they saved your viewership and do they have your interest once again?
Oh yeah, no, they definitely saved it because of if we had a repeat of night one,
Yeah.
I was I would have just watched recaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And it,
probably would have canceled my Netflix membership and just watched recaps.
yeah, it was special. It was, it really
Yeah.
felt special. And I said that before the bell rung. I said, man, we're in for something special. And we were. Um,
Yep.
for Punk to be as old as he is, man, he looked like he was 2011 CM
Prime.
Punk all over again.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was peak Roman Reigns without the bloodline. Um, he proved everybody wrong. He proved Punk wrong. He proved that Punk is a hypocrite. Um, you know, and really good stuff. Punk was bleeding like a stuck pig. It was really good. Any predictions for tomorrow night? What you think is going to happen?
I'm with Backlash really only being about 2 weeks away,
Yep.
2, 3 weeks away.
Hmm.
Um, it's definitely you've got to watch Monday night
Yeah.
because I'm curious if they're going to have any. I mean, obviously we're going to have rematches on certain people because that's usually what Backlash is. It's the take two of Mania.
Yeah.
But will there be anybody from night one that ends up going after anybody from night two type situation? But it made me wonder when you mentioned earlier that you could really see Obafemi
I just had
getting
the
a
thought pop in
getting
my
a
head.
title.
Hmm.
What if he goes after Roman?
Oh my God. That's what I just thought. What if Roman comes out, kicks off the show, and he's out there talking, and then we just hear "Oh" come over the speaker? I will lose my shit. I will lose my mind. Um,
Because I mean, to take out the Beast
he didn't just take
the,
him out;
the
he
way he did.
dominated Brock Lesnar.
I mean, he took that F5 and he didn't get straight up, but he wasn't laying on his back either.
No,
He was
he
down
was
on
on
one
his
knee,
knees.
and it took him a minute to get up, but he got up. And oh, but there's probably going to be a rematch between Cody and Randy at Backlash.
Yes.
But I think Oba is going to be in the running for Roman
Yeah.
for Backlash
Mm.
for SummerSlam. Because even though Roman has the belt, I don't see him still being a full time.
No, no. And you know what? I'm okay with that. He's earned that at this point, for me anyway. Um, Honestly, man, you said SummerSlam. I could honestly see that being the night that Obafemi gets the title. I mean, like guys, I know I'm glazing him and
Two
like
night SummerSlam, so
yeah. I mean, I know that I'm glazing him and but he is that good. He's that over. He's that popular that I could see him being the guy that goes after Roman Reigns and takes Roman Reigns out. That soon as SummerSlam. Now I know August is a few months away, but yeah, you're right. I think it could happen at SummerSlam. Honestly, I really do.
we're gonna have what Backlash, probably a Saturday night main event, and then
Yep.
SummerSlam.
Probably Saturday night's main event, Money in the Bank, and then SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, that's right, Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, after that ladder match we just had, and then
Mm-hmm.
had
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. You imagine Oba in a ladder match?
Oh my God. Whoa, that would be the perfect way to do it. Whoa.
Let Oba Femi not only beat the Beast, but then become Mr. Money in the Bank the same year.
And then beat the tribal chief.
But
Oh my gosh.
what if he doesn't use the briefcase though? Have we
Mm.
ever had a champion beat without using the briefcase so he can just hang on to it if he ever loses for a year? How wild
I,
would that be?
that would be crazy, bro. Holy crap. I think this is gonna be the year of the ruler, and I'm excited to see it. Anything you want to add before I do my outro here, man?
I'm just the biggest thing I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night is um, Rollins if he's
Yeah,
going after Breaker,
yeah,
and then to see Paige again
yeah. See
because I
Paige.
hope they have her on Raw and not SmackDown.
Yeah, and see what they do with Roman Reigns. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
And I'm excited to see where Obafemi goes next. Mm,
and the Andre the Giant Battle Royale winner from the other night
Royce
was
Keys.
Royce Keys. So let's see him get more screen time as well,
Yeah,
whether SmackDown or Raw.
yeah. All right. Well, guys, we covered everything. We are ecstatic. We are WWE brought a new life to us. Um, the professor, I'm gonna read this because he's not in here. Says that this WWE is not his. Day two improved, but it feels like a June pay-per-view. No one cared about it. I completely disagree with everything he just said.
Night one, yes. Night
Yes,
two, I can't say that's a felt like a June pay per view.
no,
But
and
I have to admit, I'm not really the biggest fan of 2 night pay per views.
I'm kind of getting tired of it too. I'm getting tired of WWE. I mean, it could be because AEW spoils us, man. We have 14 matches on a regular fucking card, and it don't go
That's what
off.
a pay per view should be.
Yeah, it don't go off till midnight. I can't count the times it's went off at like 12:30, and Drew's like, "All right, I gotta get up in a few hours, man. I gotta go." And then he's up till
But
four
that's
in the
what Mania used to do.
morning. Mm-hmm.
Mania used to be what you stayed up very late to make sure you watched it all and everything.
Yeah,
But the fact that you have 2 nights, you can have a shitty first night and recover from the second night.
yeah.
But now they're going to have 2 nights of SummerSlam as well. And
Mm-hmm.
what's the next event that's going to be a 2 night thing all of a sudden?
The
And
Rumble.
I shit. I get that they did it for COVID,
Mm-hmm.
but let's go back to what it used to be.
Yeah,
One day, one pay per view, loaded up with matches.
yeah.
Have 8, 9, 10 matches on every card.
But that's not gonna happen as long as
But if
TKO
you
is
want
in
to do your
control.
stupid stuff, you can have your Saturday night main event.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we all know that's not gonna happen as long as TKO is in control because they only care about money.
Yep.
Um, and 2 nights is smart for a money's perspective. I mean, can you imagine what all those people spent for 2 nights? Good God. Probably,
Depending on where you sat, I mean, it was anywhere from 10,000 or more.
yeah, it's all those people, including their travel, their hotel, they probably spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
And hell, George Kittle did that just in beer.
Yeah, which he can do that. He's George Kittle. Um, by the way, George, if you ever want to come to Cincinnati, I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah, man. I had a great time tonight. It really felt like a mania. I was grinning from the first match to the last match. It was,
Oh yeah, my wife heard me from the other side of the house.
yeah, which is saying something because she know I think I heard her scolding you over there. You got scolded. You're like me. Like she watches the shows with me, but if I get too loud, I get scolded. Um, I get scolded. But I think she would have lost her mind. And when I told her,
Oh yeah.
she asked me if we were having a good time. I was like, yeah, but we both wish she was here. Um,
Yep.
because I think she would have lost her mind in that first match. Um, because she's not watched a lot of Brock's work, but I've told her Brock Lesnar is like, I mean, don't crucify me for this, guys, but he's like the Jesus Christ of WWE. He's like, he shows up and shit's about to get real. Um, and I think she would have lost her mind.
Yep.
Um, because I think she would have been so pissed off at night one. I know for a fact she would be because
Oh
she'd
yeah.
be cussing. She'd probably still be cussing Cody Rhodes right now.
I guarantee you that the only reason she would have even watched night two after the
Hmm.
way night one went
Was
is
to see
because of
her
how much
baby
she
daddy.
loves, yep, she loves Tribal Chief.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. And I'm very fortunate to have that with her, that relationship with wrestling, because for a long time she didn't understand it. She didn't get why I cried or why I got emotional. I remember the
Yep.
night Punk came back and she was yelling at me. I was like, "Look, you can yell at me all you want, but I've waited 10 goddamn years of my life for this shit." I woke my dad up. My dad had to work like at 16 the next day. He came running and everyone was going to yell at me. And then he saw CM Punk and went, "Holy fucking shit." And I went, "Yeah, I know." And I'm on my knees crying. And, but now she doesn't really yell at me or anything like that unless I get excessively loud, which I haven't done in a long time. I think the last time I did that was Punk's return. Um, man, what a beautiful night and what a beautiful time to be a wrestling fan. Because this
Yep.
showed us we might be disappointed one night, but Triple H, you did a damn good job tonight, my guy. I'm excited to see
Good
what you got
recovery.
going on. But with that being said, guys, Drew's got work tomorrow, and I gotta clean this house before she gets here in the morning. um, I love you guys. Thank you guys for everything you guys do for this show. The engagement, I love doing this show. It's the highlight of my week. So with that being said, guys, we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed Mania weekend. And stay tuned for this Saturday as you get our reactions to what happened on Monday and Friday. Thank you guys. Have a good night. And we'll see you guys next Monday.